we will now see how to implement it practically in GCP. So go to GCP console and click on this activate Cloud Shell. Before this, you can find this link in the description and go to the project shell, go to this console, go to the project selector. I have already selected my project as Data Lab. So this is my project, and I'll be creating a new instance for it. So like the previous sessions are already uploaded, and make sure the billing is enabled. I have already enabled the projects, so you should enable this two APIs: Google Compute Engine, Cloud Source Repositories. So once you click here, this page will pop up, and you should enable both the APIs: Cloud Engine API and Cloud Source Repositories APIs. After that, since I'm running this command everything in my Cloud Shell, I don't need to follow this two steps. This two steps, one and second step is to run how to run this on your local machine. So once I'll skip the step 1 and 2, and I'll directly jump to third point. Here in this point we'll be creating our first Data Lab instance. Before this, make sure that both the APIs got enabled, and go to your Cloud Shell and Data Lab instance, demo Data Lab. Click on enter. Click on enter, and it will ask you for this zone. So you should click the closest zone. In my case, I'll select 58. So the zone is Asia Southeast to -C. This is my closest zone. And the first thing it will our command will try to create a VPC network if it is not already exist. So the main use of VPC network, it will isolate our Data Lab instance. And the next thing is it will create some firewall rules to keep our Data Lab instance easier and safer to access, and then followed by creating a persistent disk which will attach to our instance, and a source code repository will be created where we can save our all works to our notebooks. And finally, a compute engine will be established on which our Data Lab will run. So all these things I will show you inside uh, cloud in compute engine. If you see this, if as I said everything, if you go to Google Cloud Platform, search for compute engine, you can find it here, and click on compute engine. So go to disk. If you see, our instance will be created, a VPC network is created, and this is a persistent disk that is also getting created, and this is our instance name and the zone which have been created. So we are waiting for SSH key. Though SSH key is nothing but it will create, the script will try to create an SSH tunnel to our instance, to our Data Lab instance, to make our web server available, Data Lab web server available using this Cloud Shell preview. So this is taking some time, so we can wait for like 30 or 40 seconds, and if it is not resolved, then click Ctrl C and come out of this connection. Come out of this connection, and then basically take this command: Data Lab connect port 8081 followed by your instance name. My instance name is demo Data Lab. Click enter. Now it should work. Previously we created this instance. Now we are establishing a connection to this instance. That's a Data Lab connect zone, the existing zone, and the port number 8081 demo Data Lab at HTTP location and the host which we have provided. So this will not run. Again, if you click on change port and if you give 8081 also, then also it will not run. will throw you error because it is trying to create an instance, and still I feel my network is slow. That is why. I'll retry again. Visa port 8081 and give port as 8082 demo data lab. So we will see. So this is working now. We will see. So now you can connect to data lab at this host. By clicking on this, you must be able to view our cloud data lab. This is how the cloud data lab web server will look like. Go to Jupyter Notebook, and everything is very similar to Jupyter Notebook. We can add command, we can add code, everything. So first of all, I'm trying to import the package, the code which I've already created. So this is my code. I'll copy it here, and this is my heading. So you can delete this cell and import numpy. And execute this command. So this is how we are creating our first Jupyter Notebook inside Cloud Data Lab. And you can see the kernel, Python 2, Python 3, reset session, interrupt execution, clear, run, move up, move down, which is very similar to our Jupyter Notebook. And we can rename our Jupyter Notebook demo code. So I have renamed it, and you can see here, as I said earlier, here it is open and Git on the notebook repository. If you click on it, it will go into Git, where you can move this code to Git. Just skip it for, and just give some title as cos and sine wave code, and just commit it. So due to some reasons, everything will be hidden by ungit, and just fetch it and commit that from origin and then merge it. That's it. So once this is done, you can come out of it, and you can stop this instance by clicking Ctrl C. So you can stop this instance by clicking Ctrl C, and you can delete the data lab instance which you created now, demo underscore data lab. So if you can delete this instance, and you can cross check that in disk as well. So you should go to the compute engine, select disk, and just try to refresh the page once, and then you can see this is in the process of deleting, and now you should click yes. So now if you see, it will be it has started to delete. And make sure once this deleted, you should delete this manually inside this compute engine, or else you can delete using command itself. I'll add those command everything into the description box. I hope this video is very informative. Please like, comment, share, and don't forget to subscribe Cloud and AI Analytics channel, and don't forget to click on the bell icon. Thanks.